this week was uplifting.
You.
We're not even. Yeah. No.
Existence is a hell zone.
Fucking sucks.
Our country is a nightmare, and 2020 is the most racist year ever.
Yeah.
In like 3 hours, I was like, "Oh my god, New Mutants is getting shat on," and then I was like, "Fucking!" And now this, like,
Yeah. Do we just want to address this off the top so we can?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman dead at 43 from colon cancer, diagnosed in 2016. I can imagine he was finishing up Civil War. Yeah, did pretty much Infinity War, Black Panther, Endgame, and a few other movies in that time.
21 Bridges, The Five Bloods.
Yeah, like he had a pretty prolific amount of films come out in a very short amount of time. Like, he obviously knew things weren't going to be going the way all of us could hope, but Jesus, man, like that had to have some effect on him. Yeah, chemo and surgeries, apparently.
Jesus.
Which is insane to think about him doing all those stunts. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he showed up to those movies looking like the peak of fucking physical fitness.
Yeah. Like he beat the shit out of Bucky, and he was sick, you know.
Yeah.
I also can't believe he's in his 40s. That's still he looks like he's 20s. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. There's nothing else to say about how much this fucking sucks.
It's the worst.
Yeah, like he was a smart dude. He was fucking, you know, he taught like acting at I think like a college in New York. He was,
really?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if he did it as an alma mater or if he was doing it at another school.
It might have been the school he went to. But
okay.
Yeah. And I know he got a grant, I think, through Denzel's scholarship or something, or one of those words. But Denzel is somehow involved in him going to school, and he saw him at a very young age and said, that kid. Essentially, that's my understanding.
It sucks because this was the first time that like any of the studios had taken a chance with like having a 100%, with the exception of like one or two people and Andy Serkis, like black-led superhero film, and it was the first Marvel film to make over $1 billion that quickly, I thought.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And he was one
of the few like modern, because like he could be a leading man, and it was like not that many. I mean, there are some, but it's not that many like prominent black like leading men right now.
No,
I mean there's a handful.
No, but it's not like back in like the late 80s, early 90s when you had like, I mean, you only had like maybe 3 or 4 that were actually of any talent, but there were still, it seemed like there were a lot more like black leads that were out there. Like, and you always had Denzel or Wesley before he lost his mind to lean back on. But now
and the funny thing or weird thing is that like most of the big ones now are people who were famous 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Or I would
still got
say,
like Forrest Whitaker.
But that's the thing. Forrest Whitaker has never really been like blockbuster leading man type of guy.
He's a good character actor, but he's also like still a big name. But
yeah, definitely. And he's had a lot of great success in more like independent and just intimate type of films. But nothing like I can't see him being like a lead in like an MCU film when he was in his his 30s.
Right.
I mean, he was in Black Panther, which I just accidentally like referenced, but like But I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of actors that have been around already, but like, there are a good amount of new actors that are like making their name. But still, he was like one of the top like black actors right now.
Well, I mean, he exemplified everything you could possibly want out of T'Challa. Like,
oh my god, he's so cool. Like, instantaneously, he's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Can we talk about how his range too? Just in that one movie, where so he's playing like the regal kind of king, but he also shows like doubt in himself. Then he also shows like anger when he gets like angry at like
his ancestors.
Forrest Whitaker. Yeah. Remember when he yells at Forrest Whitaker? He's like, I am your king. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I got a chance, you know?
Yeah.
I think he's really good in Civil War too, because he comes in like kind of like really smarmy and like pseudo charming, arrogant, and then by the end of it is like, wow, I have been consumed with this really awful thing, and now I have to stop others from doing it.
Yeah, it's like he has a whole arc in that, and it's like believable and it works. It's this character out of nowhere.
Like
I've never seen 42. Is it?
That's a good movie. It's a pretty good.
Yeah, that's one I missed, but I watched Get On Up Today because I hadn't seen it.
Did you? Yeah, James Brown.
And he becomes James Brown. Like it's it's insane.
Yeah, no, the one thing I remember of that movie is how scarily like he is James Brown. Like
yeah, you wouldn't think that like he's a good actor, but like James Brown, and then you see it like holy shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the ultimate irony is him dying on Jackie Robinson Day and also the birthday of like one of the creators of Black Panther and one of the roles that like shot him into prominence. Like I just it's just so goddamn heartbreaking because like
can I I'm sorry,
no, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I just want to point out like so recently The Five Bloods, he's fucking amazing in that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's amazing in 21 Bridges, which is a good thriller, like, action movie. Yeah. But, like, yeah, I feel like if you guys haven't seen those, you should watch them.
Yeah, I've been wanting to see 21 Bridge. Like, and Defy Bloods, like, thinking back on it now, like, he's in it and his role is good, but he's not in it that much. And now knowing what we know, it kind of makes sense because that's the other side of all this. Like, I don't think anybody else here did. Like, I didn't hear shit about him being sick.
The only thing I did see was kind of recently, probably like the past year or two. There's he had like lost a lot of weight, and there's pictures of it. People were kind of like speculating, like, is he sick or is it like, what's wrong with him? But he was ready for a role, but like nobody really confirmed anything, so it's just kind of like passed.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure Marvel knew about this, and it has been kept it on the DL as he wanted.
Thing. Honestly, it's probably why like Black Panther 2 news has not been really a thing.
Yeah.
They're just like, it's happening. We have no idea when, even though we're a company known for meticulously planning everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's just like
honestly, I feel like a lot of people, me included, like don't want to recast that. Just like if you have to have another one, have Shuri take over.
Yep. Well, it was something I'd said to somebody in Pixels and Reels was that. I'm not saying they should do this anytime soon, and it should obviously be if the family wants them to, but Marvel has proven that they could very easily do what they did with Samuel Jackson and not saying have an entire movie where it's not actually Chadwick Boseman. But if they need that transitional point where you have a few scenes, then yes, they have the ability, I would imagine, to do it because they have enough footage of him that they could easily do that. But it's not something they should approach for quite a while. Like, everybody needs a whole lot of time to deal with this because it's, it's not just his family, like it's all of his castmates. Because I mean, I got the impression that cast was very tight with each other.
If you've seen a lot of the actors' Instagram posts that knew him or didn't know him, like there's very like respectful and just like, wow, he's a great dude, and it's like, like Chris Evans posted, like they're all just saying like, wow, he's like a good friend, and just such a good dude.
Yeah, didn't
Wes Craven keep his lung cancer a secret too?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably.
Yeah. A lot of people keep cancer a secret, and I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Because
it's kind of a personal thing. Sometimes you just don't want the attention, or like, it's kind of like.
Yeah. Also, there's the thing of people treating you like you're dead already. Which is not something that you want the public to do.
Well, it's
that's already hard enough from family members, but
the added pressure of trying to fight this terrible goddamn disease when you then have everyone on Earth has you underneath a microscope. If you're someone like Chadwick Boseman or even Wes Craven at the time, like.
I'm also pretty positive, like after seeing the like kids, they love Black Panther. Like it's you see it everywhere. Like he gave like kids who didn't have a superhero. Like
and everybody else still loved him. It's like you know what I mean? It's like black people resonated with it, but also like I saw plenty of white kids that are like fucking excited about it. Holy shit.
Yeah. And then Ben Shapiro was like, "Why are they so happy?"
I need to go check out my wife's very dry vagina.
Guys, I've had sex twice. I have 2 kids. I can prove it.
Everything I know about Ben Shapiro's sex life has been shared with me without my
he shamed himself like 3 times on Twitter now because every time he opens his mouth to defend himself, everyone's like,
yeah. Only thing I'll say about Ben Shapiro, I'm 100% sure he hasn't seen his wife fully nude. He's probably just seen
for sure. Yeah, no.
No, he's done that whole thing where you just cut a hole in it and then
like Jews do. Yeah.
Which was a stereotype, but then some people started doing that.
Anyway, yeah, like it's just terrible, and I mean, everything's on pause already, so I'm not really sure how to directly affects movies right now. But God, like, I just hate it. I hate it, and I don't even know what else to say about it except just get angry about it. There's nothing I can do about it. Fuck cancer.
Yeah, this one's hard.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I like woke up crying this morning, so like that was
Jesus.
Like, yeah.
Well, that was like I hadn't been on my phone much last night, and like before I went to bed, I went to just see what the deluge of messages were in the chat, and like I saw, holy shit, wait, what? And I was like, wait, what is this? And scrolled up, and I was physically taken aback when I saw his picture before I saw the announcement. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like just. And I hate to be that, like, but my nerd property will be ruined.
No,
now.
it's not just that.
It's not that.
He seemed like a good guy.
Yeah, no. It's also like, and this is what makes him, I think, harder for me than even a lot of other like recent deaths in the last couple of years. Is he had like 40, 50 years ahead of him? Like, that's what fucking really sucks.
Easily,
like, yeah, he was gonna be there, and he. Yeah, it's just like
the fact that like James Woods is still alive, but Chadwick Boseman died.
Yeah, you can't get these motherfuckers to catch a cold and like Chadwick Boseman has to drop dead.
Yeah. Like Clint Eastwood is like 1,000 years old or something.
I think hate is keeping him alive.
Probably. Yeah, definitely.
Man, who thinks about Gran Torino a little differently now?
Yeah.
Did he write lines and stuff in that?
I think so.
Huh?
Did he rewrite the script like I gotta say more slurs in this movie?
He might have.
I gotta call this kid more names.
He might have got it on set and been like, "Do you mind if I use more slurs?" And they were like, "Yeah, we're not going to tell you no because you're and
you'll make the audience hate me more."
So my redemption is all the stronger.
Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. I don't know how much we can say
Rest
about
in power, dude. Like
power of fucking Bombay.
Entirely too soon. Ugh.
Yeah.
So, transitioning to a series of news stories, some of which have really bothered us.
Some of which,
one in particular is really getting my goat this week. Speed round. Olivia Wilde is going to direct a Marvel movie for Sony. I don't know anything else about this.
Nope, that's all anybody knows. She. What was that? Arlen, what was that movie that was the like
Booksmart?
Booksmart. Thank you. I was going to say the female super bad. But
like every other person who's never seen the movie.
Oh no, I've seen it. It's actually quite good.
I know. I'm making fun of those people.
Girls.
Well, it's like way better than Superbad, so maybe
like The Hangover for women.
No,
right.
No, like Booksmart is good, but I don't think that directly translates into her being able to direct what would be good for a Marvel movie.
So, but that also lines right up with how Sony picks directors of these, because like, what was it? Mark Webb was like, I think he did 500 Days of Summer. They're like, you'd be a great guy to make a Spider-Man film.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even call that just a Sony. That's a problem I'm having with studios in general in recent years, where they'll pick people who maybe need another movie under their belt before they sign up for Spider-Man. looking at you, Jurassic World.
Damn it! I was like looking at you, Colin Trevorrow.
Right, like it's. I would like her to do another movie before, but at the same time, I give her a little bit of extra credit because she has been an actress, and I don't know if that directly translates, but it does mean something. She's been on bigger productions. I certainly trust her more than a director who I've only seen one film.
You mean like that lady who was supposed to direct New Gods?
Oh yeah.
Ava DuVernay
totally coming out right.
In Ava DuVernay's defense, she was working in Hollywood like as a script.
Okay.
Can we bring up briefly that I called that shit like day one?
Yeah, well, the trailers for A Wrinkle in Time weren't looking so hot, so I can understand why.
But again, maybe if she had done another movie in between, maybe A Wrinkle in Time might have been good. Maybe.
Yeah, and I think that was your actual argument when we were talking about it too. So.
But she did do 13th, which everyone should watch on.
The 13th, yeah, that's essential viewing.
Fucking intense.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know she directed that. Okay. Well, then, maybe. So she directed a documentary, and then she directed A Wrinkle in Time, or did she direct something else in between there?
I think she's done.
What was that documentary again?
The 13th, the 13th Amendment, and how racism connects to a lot of.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was thinking of something else.
Yeah.
Yes. Point was, I don't think she directed anything else other than those two films, and it seems odd that they would jump from a documentary about 13th Amendment to giving her.
She was a big name, I guess.
Yeah.
Here's my bold prediction: it will be for a Silk movie, and then it will fall apart, and this will all be meaningless.
Well, see, it's Sony, so it has to be the most obscure character they have.
They're just putting this into production. It doesn't mean that or not even production, development. Which means this might not happen for a couple of years. And my comment about her maybe doing something else, she might do something in between that will give her the experience that I think all directors need for this.
Olivia, have you ever heard of a character named Shriek?
Right, exactly.
Hey, listen, you guys talk shit now, but like when the Stiltman movie gets a fucking Oscar,
she's gonna end up directing the Big Wheel movie if you want to get.
Oh my god! Actually, you know what? I want that.
They just slide a picture of Doppelganger over to her. Like, what do you think? It's like Spider-Man, but he's got 6 arms.
Who's the kid from Big Time? I don't even know his name.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's
the movie they're making.
She's gonna direct a Fancy Dan and Ox film. It's gonna be a romantic comedy.
I don't even hate that idea.
I'm gonna reimagine Miles Morales as Spider.
And he's gonna be white. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, listen. It's an obscure character, but he's a Nazi made of bees. What do you think?
He's a Metal Gear Solid character.
Yeah.
Much.
Oh god.
But
anyway,
I
don't have anything else to say about that.
Well, that's honest. That's all there is to say about it.
Part of me wishes Marvel would do like a Spider-Girl thing, but they're not going to. Well, Sony can't do it, but. It's just to me, it's like.
Yeah.
Why are you guys still trying?
Because they gotta keep getting that momentum going after.
Because Hunter, ideas from 2010 and 2008 need to be followed through.
Right.
Well, you're not excited about Morbius?
That's our favorite film.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah, like I will say this is a better direction to me than Morbius is, honestly. Like
I'm the only Morbius fan on this fucking podcast.
Yeah,
I don't even have a problem with the idea of Morbius. I just don't really trust Sony for the most part.
Even
it's the combination of Sony and Jared Leto. You're just like, I don't want any of this.
Can I?
Jared Leto, I'm out.
About Jared Leto, like I think he's a good actor, but I think he's better as a character actor, not like a lead.
Yeah.
Because like he's been in Blade Runner for whatever small part he has as a sinister like hippie villain.
Yeah, like the 10 minutes he's in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like he's good at that, and then it's like in the whole movie.
I only want to turn it off half the time that he's on screen, so that's something, I guess.
And without trying to sound like we're going to the same well, but I think his Joker role really turned a lot of people against him.
Yeah.
It made me like the Joker less, and it's like, damn.
But not enough.
Yeah, it's just like, what were you thinking? What are you even doing here?
I think that was a. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, Heath Ledger made people fucking like, oh man, the Joker's fucking cool as shit, and then it's like Jared Leto, like, oh,
no, he's
fuck
not.
the Joker.
Yeah.
I feel like his adaptation, his quote unquote adaptation of the Joker was a whole lot of studio interference too, where they're just like, yeah, this is what we want, and then he's like, well, I'm gonna do this too. They're like, go for it, Jared. Do whatever. Do it. Like it's yeah.
I also think David Ayer, and the more I'm learning about him, the less I like him just as a person in general. And the more I'm like,
that guy who made the Thinly Veiled Racist movie is bad.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Wait, what movie?
Also, allegory for ethnic people or whatever.
Yeah.
Bright.
God.
Max Landis written Bright. It was also a shitbag.
When you said and then it just cut out, I didn't hear the name of who wrote that movie.
Max Landis wrote Bright, I think.
Yeah, I just heard like a
static. Every time I hear it, it's just like so much noise.
Yeah, it's just
white noise, right?
Yeah,
exactly. My favorite YouTube video is the Death and Return of Superman, presented by nothing but a white void.
Once again, a very accurate name for him.
A pretentious child in a suit.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next quote unquote speed round thing, please.
Hey, we're actually doing pretty well on speed round tonight. I'll say that. So don't make fun of this idea that nobody.
I can't receive time right now. Let's keep going.
Okay. So John Carpenter is going to get a paycheck for The Thing. And I'm pretty sure.
Good for him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the extent of his involvement. If I had to guess right now, Jason Blum was like, what if we list you as a producer and you don't do anything and you get a paycheck? Would that be cool? And he's like, yeah, that'd be great. That'd be cool. I can go play guitar now and just
exactly. I can go play video games and not be bothered.
Yeah, and at the most, maybe he writes like a theme. He supervises the soundtrack to this movie. That probably won't happen. I don't know.
I could see them like potentially using some reminiscent designs of the creature in this, but not 100% like a repro of it. So they'll just be like, yeah, that was originally from John Carpenter's movie. Anyways, look over here.
I just can't imagine a world we need a fucking like another remake of this story, especially when like 80s version is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Well, while I do agree, we don't. I think we talked about this a while back, but maybe we didn't. They are going back to the original short story, and if they're actually going to use it, it could be something interesting.
But
if it's just the same movie again, then I will be 100% on board with it.
I hope they go the route of like Fury Road or Blade Runner 2049, where it's like it doesn't have to rehash the same exact shit. It's like, hey, it's in the universe, but it's still like a new take or a new like vision of. Yeah.
I mean, if you ask George Miller, Fury Road is both a sequel, it's all a sequel, a reboot, a soft reboot, and a remake all at the same time.
Yes, it is. Exactly.
That's a lot of words that I don't want.
Yeah, well, Arlen, it makes sense though.
Oh, sorry, Arlen. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
Well, okay. Anyways, I don't know what I was gonna say. Something about
my thing was with you saying, like, well, if it's going to be based on the original short story, like, if you read a plot synopsis of the short story, like, the original one pretty much is that with a few modern tweaks to it. Like, so it's I don't know how much they can really readapt it without it being a retread. Like, I know there was supposedly like a expanded version of the short story found, some unpublished parts of it, but I don't know how much I believe that.
Yes, I understand what you're saying. No, I'm just in my head. The way that it's worked so far is the very original adaptation that they did. They were just adapting the basic plot and them running around after a monster. The 82 movie is them adapting just the idea of all that stuff, plus the monster can turn into other things. The thing that's left on the table that they could do something interesting with is the idea that the monster can manipulate your thoughts, that it can manipulate what you're seeing in your reality and how you perceive reality on top of shape-shifting.
But I mean, is this something you've read that they want to do, or is this just you wishing that this is something they do?
No, this is just me reading between the lines of like, they're going to adapt it. They're saying that they're going back to the novel. I'm just doing the math of like, well, what's in a novel that isn't in the previous two adaptations and the 2011 movie? It's the mind manipulation stuff where the thing is like putting images in your mind about how you should kill somebody else. And you could say that that's in the 82 stuff, but it's never stated out loud. It's never something that's verbalized by anybody. So you could say that it's a new thing, if that's what they're doing. I don't know. We haven't really gotten any confirmation. So yeah, I'm guessing, but it's an educated guess that I feel comfortable saying, yeah, maybe. It's possible.
I hope they just like kind of make like a sequel where it's like, hey, what if like, part of it still survives and well, I mean it does.
Sure.
But
yeah.
Let's say it could be years later or whatever, but like
yeah.
It's somehow gotten to like a fucking freighter ship or something, and then that's the whole movie. Like people start figuring out what's going on, and like
I mean, not to turn this into a bigger conversation, but that almost happened. That was almost made.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was a
actually that was picked up for the PS2 game. It takes place after the movie.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm talking about where the thing like gets out. Like it's
off Antarctica.
Yeah, it gets to like New York.
Yeah, well, doesn't it first start off in like a small town in like New Mexico or something like that? In that,
yes,
that script that they were working on.
This is my idea.
There's also sequel comics that are ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a lot of places that people have gone, and they could cherry pick bits and pieces where it's. But I think that the miniseries, which almost got made, that's the most fascinating one to me. Of like, how does the thing interact with actual people? And so, but anything else, I'm not that curious. Personally, I just leave it be. Re-release the original movie, like it's never gotten one of those. I don't even think it's gotten a good revival attempt of like just put it out in modern theaters with a new sound remastering.
Well, they've released some Blu-rays that have like a 2K transfer on it and better sound and whatnot. That like it's been lovingly done, but it's never gotten a proper like theater re-release.
But also that prequel
put it out on IMAX for like a month and just let the original movie stand on its own. I don't.
Yeah.
Like I said, that prequel existing kind of I think probably hurts people's interest in it a little bit because it was bad. And it's also essentially the same fucking movie. It is structured exactly the same. I would say not bad, but again, to your second comment, it is just like the same movie, almost to its even down to a fucking blood test. Like, are the blood tests are replicated?
Mm-hmm. Right. So crazy idea. This new adaptation of Who Goes There, it's actually going to be a twist where it's just the loving story of the spider head and the stomach torso working together to try and find their way in the world today.
It's actually a 2-hour backstory to who spilled the blood in the first movie.
Exactly.
Can love bloom on the battlefield when you're a Cronenberg monster?
Exactly. Can blood bloom into something terrible? Yeah, I don't know. It's everything I know about Who Goes There, and I mean this is where you and I differ in opinion, Arlen. But everything I know about Who Goes There, they did a pretty good adaptation of that with the Carpenter version of the thing. So
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying there is a thing that they could do. That's all I'm saying.
My idea, is if I was like, creating a sequel to the thing, I'd make it where like the whole crux of the movie is that like these people figure out what it is through maybe finding some government intel. I don't know, but
well,
like their whole goal is to stop it from getting to the mainland. It would be kind of a cool thing where it's like, oh, we're on the ship. We have to fucking sink this ship. We got to stop this thing from getting, you know.
Like, well, if you want to get really like current day with it, I could see them if it was someone who was of a, I don't want to say certain political slant, but definitely just wouldn't be more political with their movie. They would have the thing somehow get on board a ship full of refugees that are coming to America, and then it's the whole like, well, they're aliens and
no,
heavy.
that's bad.
Yeah, I know, it's really bad. That's why I thought of it.
Yeah, I was thinking of like. I was thinking of like just a bunch of like, you know, bunch of shitty manly dudes on the ship. I mean, you could have a woman on the crew too, but
here's the thing with that idea. The special effects team for the Thing prequel were so upset that all their work got cut out. They went and made their own movie called Harbinger Down, which is basically the Thing on a boat.
That's pretty cool. Someone told me recently, because I haven't seen the prequel, but I was in a friend and they're saying that like it's kind of okay in some ways, but it's they filmed them with practical effects and then they CGI over it afterwards.
Yeah, they butchered the work those guys did in that movie.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
When you said the Thing in New York, I can't help but imagine it as Gremlins 2, but with the Thing. So like there'd be a thing that's dressed up like a girl, has like a dress.
It's just this pulsing mass of flesh.
Yeah. And Hulk Hogan's
you mean Rudy Giuliani?
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
One's got like a bathrobe on and smoking a cigar.
So for the pulsing mass of flesh that is Rudy Giuliani, it would just be hanging out at the 9/11 wreckage site.
Yeah. Just trying to get any kind of fucking attention.
Yep. Jesus Christ.
But anyway, I almost have anything else to say about that.
No. I think we're all good.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
All I'll say is that the next thing movie needs to have Hunter Davenport as the lead.
He is the Thing.
He's tall enough to see where the zipper in the back.
Somebody's
he
playing
just gets
David
longer.
Bowie in the background. Somebody's playing David Bowie in the background.
I'm not. There's no one here.
Oh God. Maybe that's on me. Never mind.
Maybe you're having a stroke.
You just freaked me the fuck out. I'm like, what?
Maybe that was a Moon Age daydream.
So, maybe
it's the ghost of David Bowie telling us not to make a Thing remake.
Actually, the funny thing is, Moon Age Daydream was the song that was playing. Somehow it started on my phone. So, anyways,
it's probably Siri. I blame Siri.
I can't lift my one arm, and everything smells like oranges. So,
okay, that's a good smell.
Yeah.
So we have season 3 news on The Boys. I'm pretty sure it's before The Boys season 2 has even seen TV yet.
Yeah, yes. And go ahead. I will bring up my little information on this.
So character. I know where Eric's going with this because I do know what happened to Soldier Boy.
Okay. I'm just glad that Jensen Ackles is getting more work because he's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to rap for Soldier Boy.
Well, this is coming on. Okay. Okay. Well,
he's going to be selling his version of the Super Nintendo. That's an emulator.
We got to buy that. For Arlen, so Arlen can review it for us.
Oh, you can't even get the thing anymore because for a while there, when you'd go to a site and try to go to whatever the name of the system was, it would just bring you straight to Nintendo's website.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about? I forgot Soldier Boy. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
I
love he got Twitter. He's like, what are they gonna do? Sue me? And like the next day, his page is gone.
Yep.
What are you gonna do? Stab me?
Yeah. I guess
I'm gonna sue you hard.
I guess he couldn't Superman Nintendo hose.
Yeah.
Okay then. All right.
So, anyways, back to the Boys, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this character. I also haven't watched The Boys yet, so
it's okay.
I've seen the first season and I liked it. It's very
that's good.
Very Mark Miller.
Yeah.
But it's still good.
Yeah.
I've seen some Homelander stuff and holy shit.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah. Like from what I know of the show, because I haven't gotten to see it because I don't have Amazon Prime. They're a little bit more toned down on the show than they were in the comic.
Yep.
But So if they hold true to the comic, which they haven't with the show, with different things for good reason.
Right.
But if they do this comic accurate with Soldier Boy, Jensen Ackles isn't going to have much of a role in the show.
No.
Soldier Boy in the comic was an original member of, what is it, the 5, whatever the name of the
6 or 7,
the 6 or the 7, whatever the supergroup is.
I think it's the 7.
And
Unite the 7.
He was oh god, and he was filmed with vertical film. He was basically given as a sacrifice to the boys because of some shit that went down, and his entire role from when you meet him in the comics up to a certain point is that he's horribly brain damaged.
Oh no!
Oh no!
And
no.
and Starlight and A-Train have to. The way you find out about him is they have to go clean up his cage at one point by shoveling the shit out of his cage.
Wow.
Yeah. In the context of the book, it makes sense. I'm obviously sensationalizing it a little bit, but yeah. So hopefully Jensen Ackles gets a little bit more of a role.
I'm scared to read that.
It's good, but there are definitely things that are like, oh, okay. Like you can tell Garth Ennis does not like superheroes all that much.
Right. And yeah, I mean, so I feel like in response to that, I have to read this quote from Erik Kripke, which I don't think I was going to read, but now I feel like I should. When I was a child, I had a crazy, impossible dream to provide Jensen Ackles with gainful employment. I'm happy to say that dream has come true. Jensen is an amazing actor and an even better person. Smells like warm chocolate chip cookies, and I consider him a brother.
Hell yeah.
As Soldier Boy, the very first superhero, he'll bring so much humor, pathos, and danger to the role. I can't wait to see him to be on set with him again.
Yeah,
and bring a bit of supernatural to the boys.
We're being set up.
No, I think they're going to swing wildly. But go ahead, sorry, Alan.
No, that was the answer.
Okay.
I feel like, yeah.
I mean, I can't see them announcing something like this and then being like, and it. The reason why Soldier Boy was like that is because you find out that Compound V, the stuff that makes the superheroes super, can bring them back to life to an extent.
Oh,
but they're horribly brain damaged.
Yeah.
So that's why he comes back to life.
So it's like a worse Lazarus Pit situation when they come back mad. In this case,
exactly.
Just like brain dead.
Like, unless their body is, like, horribly destroyed some way. Like, it can regenerate to an extent. So that's why he is the way he is in the comic. So I can't imagine the show would be like, hey, look, it's everybody's favorite actor from Supernatural, Jensen Ackles. Look at him. He's a drooling monster. Yeah. Look, he's
they might do both. They might show him before that and then show him become that.
Yeah, that's true.
He's just like that one Kennedy sibling.
Oh, he's like Rose Kennedy, the one who had two.
He's like Eric Trump. I'm sorry. Is that inappropriate?
No, that's. I mean, you're just stating facts. That's all you're doing.
I'm just gonna get it out. Eric Trump looks like he's just not finished being made. Like it's just like you have to put the clay back in the fucking oven.
It looks
like the clones in the 6th day. It's just.
It looks like someone was making an Oblivion character and kept hitting random.
Walked away without finishing it.
Look, all the Trumps are pretty fucking fucked up looking, but he makes that look kind of like normal.
Yeah. Well, no, he looks like the child that Donald wants to have with Ivanka.
Yeah.
I mean, how do we know? No, I can't say. Anyways, the boys. So this is interesting. It comes on the heels of, I think we talked about this, Jeffrey Dean Morgan being rumored to be in The Boys season 3 as well. So the Supernatural reunion is coming very soon.
Finally.
And
the show is clamoring.
It's so long.
Have they announced who Jeffrey Dean Morgan is playing in The Boys?
They did not announce who he was playing, but to me, this being like announced tells me if he's not going to be in next season, he's going to be in like the next season. Like all of them are going to get a role at some point. Jared Padalecki is going to be on the show. Misha Collins at some point. Like it's gonna be all the Supernatural alum
Scooby-Doo
eventually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scrappy.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, like, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I could see. Well, have they introduced the character of Mallory in The Boys yet?
I think so.
I can't remember
Mallory
character
again?
names very well.
Show, honestly.
He's the guy who was a member before Huey became a member of The Boys.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
Okay, because he was an older guy who was more of their connection to like the FBI and the CIA, and I could see Jeffrey Dean Morgan playing that role because he's kind of the one who taught Butcher how to be Butcher. So I could see Jeffrey Dean Morgan doing that role to an extent.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeffrey Dean Morgan can fucking play anyone. I want to like.
Yeah.
He's fucking great. Like he can do anything in that show. He could be a fucking random homeless guy.
Okay, if my little search here is correct, their Mallory was gender crossed. They went with a female person to person.
Maybe. I honestly, like I said,
female person. Hey, they're called women.
Yeah, I believe that is correct. But yeah,
Wikipedia women.
But yeah,
a bit of WikiHow.
Wait a minute, Arlen, women can't act. What are you talking about?
You know what, Hunter? I'm glad you corrected me because that's true, as we all know.
I see what you mean. Yeah, Arlen. Yeah, that is. I don't agree. Who they did. Yep.
The opinions of this podcast do not reflect.
Women can't go to space. Women can't act. That's true.
This is true.
Oh, women aren't funny.
Women aren't funny.
Women can't play baseball. They can't have a league of their own.
They're not allowed to cry.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They're
not allowed out in the kitchen. Yeah. Anyways. So yeah, I don't know. That's the whole story. This would have been a speed round thing, but our main stories was pretty late.
Well, we weren't sure how long we were going to take talking about Chadwick either. So.
Right. I mean, that could have gone for like an hour or so.
So this next story can. I don't see it ending very well.
Well, I don't think this is actually going to happen.
Also, I dare him to just adapt them as they were in the cartoon and just like make that into a real thing and just have these like small, like round-headed properties with just these flappy limbs.
We already talked about the thing earlier, though.
I don't want to see Mojo Jojo in live action. That's all I don't want.
Right. Yeah, it feels like
be played by Andy Serkis.
Yes.
Right. Oh God.
I do not want to see that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. Now that you say that, yeah, I don't know. I kind of trust Berlanti to a degree to not make something horrible, but I just don't see this making it.
Can I see something?
Yeah.
Let's just listen to this. Vincent D'Onofrio is Fuzzy Lumpkins. All right, I'm done.
Well, you know what? You know what?
Just logged out after that.
I actually don't remember that character at all.
Yeah, which one is that? Actually, I don't.
The pink furry looking like redneck hillbilly guy in overalls.
Oh, that's right. That's who that is. Yeah, I mean, I have a problem with this whole era of this like little subsection of Cartoon Network stuff being adapted for live action. Just that on its own, I think, is kind of silly. I think the only reason this is happening is because Powerpuff Girls is about superheroes. So somebody at Warner Brothers is like, well, he did it with these DC characters. It shouldn't be that different, right?
People like Goyles, right? Yeah, we get the Goyles and they make them fight. The movies, they fight. And they got Goyles.
Yeah. And the part that kind of like blows my mind about this is like, Cartoon Network has actual other superheroes that would probably work better in live action.
Right.
Like Ben 10 or something like that.
10,
Yeah.
And they've done a live action Ben 10 movie before, and it wasn't bad. So you can do it.
I mean, and I'm not saying that they should do this because they shouldn't, but like I would prefer a Samurai Jack live action adaptation.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
Like there are many other things, but like Dexter or Powerpuff Girls, neither of those make sense because those are both shows that used their medium to the fullest extent. And it was part of the charm of what they were doing. So I don't understand this decision. It just makes very little sense to me.
Because Dexter and Powerpuff Girls were at the time arguably their most popular cartoons.
Oh yeah, no,
I would say most popular ever. I would put them. I would put like. I think there are people that when they think of Cartoon Network today, they still think of either Dexter or Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I think like the closest they got to like replicating that success was probably Adventure Time.
Yeah.
I would say Foster's.
Why no live action? I Am Weasel.
What about Two Angry Beavers?
Yeah.
I think Nickelodeon.
Now, if they want to do a live action Courage the Cowardly Dog, I am here for it because that would be insanity. That would be a horror movie.
I would be down for that if it was made by the same people who made Coraline.
Dude, imagine if Ari Aster gets Courage.
I was gonna say that. You beat me to it. You beat me to it. You son of a bitch.
I mean, David Lynch doing Courage would be pretty sweet. That would be pretty cool.
What? He's a scared dog?
Here, I'm going to buy a pug and feed it mescaline. Let's film it.
I'm giving a role to these 7 Woody Woodpecker dolls I found on the side of the road.
I want Ryan Coogler to direct the Wild Thornberrys live action. That would be. That could be live action though. Seriously, like.
It could.
Yeah, that could be something. Yeah,
because I'd see that shit.
Yeah.
I apologize for the Two Angry Beavers. I was thinking of Cow and Chicken just because there was the one episode where they had the female bikers who were rug munchers.
The most jokes.
Yeah, the one that I don't think they ever aired that episode ever again.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, the visual is a bunch of short-haired, masculine-looking lady bikers burst in the house and start literally eating the carpet.
Yeah, it's
it's not subtle.
It's very subtle. It's very subtle. You wouldn't.
Did Zack Snyder direct this? I'm sorry, I saw the bait.
He would do something far more symbolic.
Yeah. And very slow.
Symbolic would be the word to use, probably.
A lot of frames in there for
was Anne Rand a lesbian? Is that what you're saying?
Might have been. We'll see. We'll find out.
Since Zack Snyder likes Jesus metaphor so much, make him direct a movie about Jesus and see how.
Honestly, do it, and do it in his style.
Here's the thing, you know what? It'd be fucking gorgeous. Okay,
it's a pretty movie.
Well, also it would piss off Christians, and
it would.
We need more of that.
Yeah,
it would have a great trailer though.
Yeah,
it would.
Fantastic
trailer.
Michael Shannon. No wait.
I would watch that before I ever watch The Passion of the Christ.
Yeah,
well, and
definitely.
No, you're right. It would be Michael Shannon playing Jesus, and we would get.
Or he could go super accurate with it. He could just go all in and just like brown dudes, just
Oh man, that'd be great.
And we would get to hear Hallelujah yet again.
Yes, we would.
I want the Godsmack version of Come Together to play again, please.
No.
Is that Godsmack or somebody else?
It is Godsmack.
Wait, what?
And so in one of the Justice League trailers, there's a cover of Come Together.
Yeah, by what's his name? Gary Clark Jr.
Yeah. Well, there was. Oh yeah, no, there was a Godsmack one, but there was also the fucking Gary Clark Jr. one. You're right.
I did not realize that.
Yeah.
I was not paying that much attention.
Wow, Hunter. You know Gary Clark Jr.?
Dude, it's whitewash. Godsmack.
Wow. Hunter's smack.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, y'all.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, I don't know. This show's not gonna happen. I don't think this Powerpuff Girls show ever even gets a pilot or gets aired.
No.
But it's fun to think about, I guess. Diablo Cody is one of the writers. Again, this is not happening.
That sounds like a made-up name. Every time I hear it, I know it's a real person. You're like,
yeah, it's like the writer of Juno is doing Powerpuff Girls.
Did her parents name her that?
No, she was a stripper. I'm pretty sure.
That's her stripper name.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, makes sense. Makes sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's Powerpuff Girls being written by Cardi B.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I mean, they're just gonna, strip for people. Drug them, rape them, take their money. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Anybody else have anything to say about Powerpuff Girls, the movie?
I I feel like they should just make a good video game and call it a day.
Oh yeah, well they could do it as a games as a service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can have a $10 battle pass for each Powerpuff Girl.
Yeah, it'll be it'll have co-op, which makes it a game as a service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All co-op games are games as a service.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah. Don't you read the internet?
Yeah.
Hunter's got a little bit of a burn from all.
Come
of
on,
this.
get on this reactionary train with us.
I love. Okay, the thing I love about that is I still have not backed down from that. I've been rubbing it in everybody's face. But anyways.
Yeah. What was next?
Speaking of things that make us angry.
What? See, I don't know how to feel about it.
I do. They don't need to do
I think
it.
they don't need to do it. And
well, they already did it.
Like,
that's the.
They already did
I
it.
made it.
So
Yeah.
there's supposed to be an Exorcist remake coming out by next year.
Yeah.
This gets talked about like every 5 to 10 years. I feel like it's like the same time. If it's not this, it's Jaws. Someone's like, let's remake Jaws.
Oh God, why?
Well, Jaws isn't happening until Steven Spielberg dies.
See,
so we have till then.
Don't remake Jaws. Just make Jaws with different animals. That's all I want.
I mean,
okay.
yeah, that's a thing that's been happening. But
Yeah,
do it again.
Jaws
do
with Bigfoot.
more.
No. Jaws, but it's like these people in the cabin camping, whatever the fuck. But it's a moose.
The bear from Condemned 2.
Right.
Feral moose.
No, the moose I like because it could be like they could look out over a field. It would kind of be like Ghost in the Darkness, where instead of it's a lion tail, you just see the moose antlers running through the field. Like, no, oh God, no.
They find a cave. Moose don't do this.
Yeah, like I want a feral moose, like
this.
like an undead moose or something. That's like you can make that scary as well because they're already scary.
Yeah.
But like it's going after you. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh God. And they run really weird, and
They
their
do.
legs are built oddly.
They got spindly little knees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all you have to do is put a sprinkler out in your front yard, and apparently they enjoy that. Anyways, back to Exorcist. Yeah.
They're nothing but big old grass popos.
I like why? Like
Stupid idea.
I would put up the argument that The Exorcist is kind of the perfect, I don't even want to say horror, but like spooky movie.
Right.
For lack of a better term.
Yeah. I feel like they don't need to like haven't they already remade The Exorcist? Or
They've done prequels, and they did that series that me and Erik watched, and apparently nobody else did.
Yeah, I didn't even finish the second season.
I mean, I'll get to it, I guess. I don't know.
I mean,
I feel like
there's no reason for there's no reason for you to invest in a show that ended after 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. I
also feel like
don't tell me how to waste my own time.
Yeah.
whoever's idea was to remake The Exorcist, they need to read the room because like Gen Z, they're like, no, I want to be possessed. They're like, I want the devil's
Exactly,
you know what I mean? Like, they're not gonna be like,
Take me, Daddy, save me.
Yeah, and this is something I brought up the last time I think we talked about The Exorcist. Like not half, maybe a fifth of all horror movies since like 2005, since Emily Rose.
Exorcist movies.
Yeah, they are exorcism movies, or there is an exorcism in it.
oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. There's so many.
Yeah, it's
The Conjuring.
It's really pointless to do a movie about The
Also,
Exorcist.
Like The Conjuring gets away with it because The Conjuring packs so much like
Yeah,
big budget blockbuster horror into a 2-hour affair.
Right.
I feel like that kind of just like, it's just an Exorcist film. Everyone's like, who fucking cares?
Right. It's like
This isn't scary anymore.
you know what?
Like calling
You know
your
what?
movie slasher if it's not tongue in cheek. Like it's like, it's a slasher. Have you never seen a slasher before? It's like, no, we have. We have a lot of those already. They exist.
You know what I think would be great for Exorcist sequel if they were a remake, whatever. So I have it where it's like about the titular Exorcist, but it's like, hey, this guy, he's an exorcist, and he's going around, he's doing hard work, and he's exorcising demons. But then like he starts noticing that like he's being targeted by his forces. That like seems like he gets paranoid, and he's like, fuck, like weird shit's happening. And it's like maybe he's kind of targeted by demons, and then that'd be pretty cool. Where it's like
Do I have a TV show for you? It's called The Exorcist on Fox.
Oh, is that part of the show?
It's kind of the show. The show is basically a version of that to some degree. It becomes like a conspiracy thing at a certain point where it's like the demons have infiltrated all levels of government.
Well, it's real life.
Yeah. Basically, it's like, oh, all those high-level church officials.
Where's my escapism?
Yeah.
I like the idea of a county clerk clocking in and like, Azrael, how are you doing? Oh, I'm pretty good, Ball. How are you doing?
I'm fine, Baphomet. How are you?
You give me an idea. I want to write a show where like demons actually, come out and like live among society blatantly.
Yeah.
But the demons are the ones that are like voting against the bad shit. They're like instead of the Democrats and Republicans, like.
Mm-hmm.
The demon's like, what's wrong with you guys? Abortion shouldn't be illegal. Yeah.
I really am into the idea of a Exorcist movie, but from the demon's perspective.
Yeah,
they're just going on vacation, and there's this asshole with a white collar trying to kick them out of their vacation home.
It doesn't even do anything to them. They're just annoyed.
All right, Becky, pack up the kids. This asshole's here. We gotta go.
I'm not listening to one more word of that.
I was just in the middle of my third mimosa. What the fuck?
You think I wanted to possess his little shitty girl?
But the views are beautiful from her eyes. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway,
I didn't choose to be a demon. I chose this big power they gave me. I was born like this. Blame God.
And if we don't have anything else to add to that, we can transition into two more. Why are you doing this story?
Yeah.
Honestly, having now reading them together, I'm not sure which one makes me more angry. On one hand,
I know which one makes me more angry.
Well, I know which one makes you more angry, Hunter.
I am so fucking sick of seeing news about a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's like we're starting over. I'm like, you start over 3 fucking times.
Right.
I've never liked those movies, honestly.
Yeah. Also, so this is the crazy thing about this one, and it is in the headline that I put in the notes. This movie has had to start over from scratch just within this production. That's the insane part. They've been going since February.
What are they doing?
Right, and the studio behind it, apparently they liked it in February, and now they're just like, we're throwing this away. We're throwing away an entire movie. When you know that this is a series that has a complicated past and films that have just sown distrust in previous fans, why would you even allow a bad movie to begin? Why would you even let something that wasn't perfect start to go into production? If you're taking this over.
This also connecting to the Powerpuff Girls thing. I think it's just like some disconnected executive is just like, oh, what do we have the fucking rights to? Fucking make that.
Yep.
There's no
100% that.
Yeah. People who are Hellraiser have done a similar thing. They just make movies to retain the rights. That's it. This isn't supposed to be something interesting. You're just holding that IP.
Honestly,
really familiar.
The first one, I mean, I personally think it's also one of those perfect horror movies. And it does so without any, am I remembering correctly, there's no real blood in that movie? Other than
and there's no real gore either.
Yeah. So that one is the perfect your mind is the one that's telling you it's more horrific than it actually is. And also John Larroquette doing the voiceover in the beginning. And then the second one is the perfect comedy, and that's all you need. And that's it.
The reason I never bothered to really watch those all the way through, I've seen one cable and turn it, but I think I was conditioned to hate those movies because all the annoying kids in middle school and high school would just talk about it. I was like, I'm good about
I honestly think a lot of those kids probably never even saw the movie either, because I can remember when I was a teenager, people would talk about it oh, it's so horrific and blah blah. It's no, it's not. It's horrific because of what you think is happening, but not because of what you're actually seeing on screen. At least for the first one. The second one, it has Dennis Hopper in a chainsaw duel. It's a comedy. It's a fucking comedy.
Which one has Matthew McConaughey?
4.
Yeah.
Why?
And Renee Zellweger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they were young and needed roles. That's the only reason. It's not.
Also, he was in Texas at the time.
Yeah.
So
we had the original 4, and then we had the Platinum Dunes remake, the prequel, and after that we had Texas Chainsaw 3D, which is one of the worst fucking movies I've ever seen.
Was that the one you pirated and then turned off?
No, it was Leatherface.
Okay.
Next movie after that, which like for some reason decided that we need to know who Leatherface was as a boy. And how he became Leatherface. I'm like, who gives a shit?
Bunch of crazy rednecks. That's it.
Did Rob Zombie direct that one?
Well, I was gonna say that's just rip off 2007's Halloween in 2014. So 7 years later, I can't remember when that movie came.
I think the most notable thing about it was that dude, fucking Iron Fist is in it, and he just gets brutally murdered.
I mean, that was gonna happen eventually.
Is it a big loss?
Wow. Yeah.
That is the Iron Fist of Kun Lun. How do you dare you?
I don't know if he is. I didn't see him punch a dragon's heart.
I didn't see him.
Exactly.
And I'm still mad I did not get my dragon.
Hashtag show us the dragon.
Yeah, hashtag.
Yeah.
You got
give us the dragon cut. That's what we want.
You were saying like why would you dare releasing a movie that could be potentially like that bad in this series, which is so tired.
Right.
I don't think that kind of guilt exists in environments like that because they just keep making Hellraiser.
I don't think it does. Well, yeah, and here's the thing. In my mind, I wouldn't do this unless I cared. So why even go here? But I get it. There are people who are like, well, we can still make X amount of money on this title if we do it in X amount of time and it hits this runtime and it has these actors. Well, let's do it. And it's
let's film it in one room. Let's not call Doug Bradley, and let's really half-ass all the effects.
I've never seen the newest, I guess it was, Hellraiser, just because I'm still angry about the time you were describing it to us, Connor. And they basically told us that Pinhead doesn't know how to do his fucking job anymore.
So he has an auditor come in.
What?
His name is actually called the Auditor.
Wait, Izzy, you don't know about that with the newest Hellraiser movie?
I don't watch the
the basic plot structure is like, I guess, I don't know, Satan or Leviathan is like, hey, Pinhead, we're pretty upset with how your divisions are doing over the last fiscal year. So we're sending in an auditor to help you streamline the process of torturing the damned.
Oh my god.
Streamlining involves making people drink from a tray of vomit that came from angels or something. That movie is fucking stupid.
The fuck?
What a great movie.
It's better than Revelations, but like, man, the bar is so low there. It's not even worth talking about.
Boo.
I've never seen any of these movies.
Hellraiser 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all good to watchable. And then anything after that you can never attempt.
Yeah. 1 and 2 are actually quite good. 4 is good for a lore purpose, and 3 was okay.
4 is the end of the series, canonically, if you want to go that way. Everything ends that way. And 3 is fun because Doug Bradley is clearly having fun being completely evil Pinhead, who poses as Christ and says, "I am the way." And then I guess on to other things that make a few of us very upset.
Yeah.
So, if you're gonna make a Resident Evil TV show, why not just make it about fucking Resident Evil, huh? How about that?
Like this plot reads like something that someone dug up on Reddit that shouldn't have any credibility.
This is something. It's like something they tried to make in the 90s.
Yeah.
Fucking Wesker kids. Are you kidding me?
The part that pisses me off the most is New Raccoon City. Because the idea of that makes my skin crawl in a way that I cannot describe.
I would rebuild it.
Yeah.
What's the gain of rebuilding Raccoon City? And then are you telling me that not only do they rebuild it, but then they also reactivate the big giant scary lab that sits underneath it that was nuked from orbit?
Yes.
This whole thing went real south. Let's just do it again.
Well, just based on the description of the show, how half of it takes place in whichever of the Wesker twins' past, where it's intrigue and whatnot in this town that's run by Umbrella, and then the other half of it is in a dystopian future where there's only like 1 million humans left, and everything else is overrun by like bioorganic weapons and things with the T virus. Like, I'm gonna take a wild guess and guess which one is gonna get more screen time based on budgetary concerns.
Oh no, Eric, they'll just use clips from the movies. That's it.
Yeah. Oh god.
They'll just say,
and it'll just be.
Oh, it's Billy Wesker.
It'll just be really badly like CGI erased, like Mila Jovovich. Like you can still kind of see motion blur from where she was, but it'll just be this blank.
I don't understand why. I don't understand why, like, oh, we're gonna make Resident Evil movies, but not the characters you like. Oh, we're gonna do a show, but not the characters. It's like, what? Just give us Claire and Chris and Leon.
They're not. They're almost not Resident Evil movies. Like,
right?
Yeah.
There's the thing too. In calling anything like this, like any offshoot that's like TV movie, calling it Resident Evil and then deliberately veering off from the path of the games is weird, because the whole premise of Resident Evil is like it is something, buried in something innocuous. That's Resident Evil. The movies turn them into big, giant, stupid monster schlock fests, and this just sounds not intriguing at all. Also, get the fuck over Wesker. Why are we still doing this?
The thing about Wesker is he was cool for a while, and then Resident Evil 5 came out.
Yeah, but he did get to see Chris punch a boulder, so that was really cool. Yeah,
that's sick. I wish that whole game was just that sequence of Chris punching boulders.
Yeah, his 5 appearance is great, and then after that there should be nothing else. But then like 6 is like, here's his son, and then like, isn't there a sister or something like that? There's
2 others, and I don't remember their names.
Cool.
Yeah, it just to see RE7 in like even RE8 is different from Wesker is back, and this time you have to fire a rocket at him into a volcano. Like, why make it? I don't get it.
Why not do like something like Resident Evil 7 where you strip down the setting to something like the fucking woods where someone lives or something like that?
I feel like once again it's the studio being like, hey, we need to make money off of something and we can get this really cheap, so let's do this. Because I feel like Capcom is just like, hey, whatever, just here you go. I don't care.
They're not concerned because they make their own movies. They make those CGI movies.
I think part of the problem is Capcom doesn't really understand live action, because like, it's funny looking at this synopsis and then immediately turning on the Dragon's Dogma teaser they just released.
Yeah.
And it's like, this looks 1,000 times better than probably whatever this is going to be.
Yeah, and whilst pitching the same ridiculous plot that's in Dragon's Dogma, like very faithfully, it seems.
Yeah, this 5-story tall dragon can pick a guy's heart out of his chest. Yep.
With his index finger and then
eat
it.
Shit.
It is.
And then he flies off and takes the plot with him for 20 hours.
Yeah. And it's the best, and I love it.
Yeah, but you can climb all over Chimera like a midget on a
Chimera.
Yeah, sorry.
Chimera, Eric. Jeez.
I'm very like, I don't know, OCD about
pronunciations. No, that's my bad. My bad. But yeah, like I said, it's like a midget climbing around on China the wrestler.
Yeah.
They just saw a company that doesn't understand like the market, I guess. Because like, if you look at Monster Hunter, like they don't I guarantee you, no one at Capcom saw that movie. All they saw was the money that it brought in.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
they also heard the director's pitch, so
yeah, but they don't care. It's making money.
Right.
Hey, when you're married to the director, come on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll get lucky and P.T. Anderson will drop in and guest direct an episode of the Resident Evil
blown
show.
Up.
No.
I mean, here's the thing: this show's gonna die after maybe 1 season, at most 2.
This is gonna be on Netflix?
Well, yeah.
Yes.
It's Netflix, so actually
it's going to be like 12 seasons. And guys, sorry, I hate to bring it to you. It's going to be like 13 reasons why, except with zombies.
Oh, God.
Actually,
I mean, here's the thing: 13 Reasons Why season 5 probably would have had zombies. Right there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love sci-fi's Bryce Walker.
Does anybody else have anything to say about Resident Evil?
No, fuck it. I hate it.
No. Right.
Fuck this show.
Well, I know this is something I wanted to touch on, and I definitely want to too. Arlen, you're caught up on Lovecraft Country, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I haven't even started.
Oh my God!
I need to watch the second episode.
Much, but
yeah.
Oh, go. Yeah, it is so much better than I had any reason to even expect it was going to be. Like, I was excited for it, but it has paid off in spades so much. Like, it is so good. It is so good. Like, you need to watch those first 2 episodes, Connor. Like, it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna.
Shocking. Shocking is the best way to put it.
Besides it just being well shot and like well acted, so the first episode is really great introduction to the characters and the setting and like the creepy shit going on. Good dialogue in the first episode. Second episode is also really good, but in the way where it's like it felt like a season fucking finale. And I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
They didn't even like waste time. They didn't drag out the fucking plot. They just get to like the shit and some shit happens and it's climactic. But then it's like that's only the second episode and it's fucking felt like wow, that's a good season finale.
It's a bold place to do or a bold thing to do in your second episode to just be like, you probably thought you were gonna have to wait till the very end of the season to see some of this shit.
Nope. Here happens. And hey, this thing that you thought you're gonna have to wait till the end of the season, guess what? We're gonna do like 12 more things in this episode because it's gonna feel like it's never ending with the plot twists and just it just keeps coming at you the whole time.
But then you're like, wait, so what the fuck is the next episode gonna do?
Yeah.
How do they follow that?
Yeah. And it's so good. Like I know Arlen, you weren't sold on the special effects the first time you watched the first episode, then you went back and watched it again. You were definitely a little bit more high on it.
I don't think the effects. I don't think they're bad. I also don't think they're like the best effects I've ever seen.
I didn't think they just. It took me out, and I think there was I don't remember the exact moment, but there is a moment where I was like, "Oh, it's just gonna be like CG monsters," and I don't care. I can just like bug out for the next 30 minutes, and that's what I did. And then when I rewatched it, I was like, "Okay, I'm watching. I'm really gonna like make myself pay attention," and it's better the second time around. But I think it was the first 50 minutes or so of it. It's incredibly, just very compelling, very well done. Just some of my favorite TV that I've seen this year. So that next 30 minutes was like, okay, well, this is not as good as the entire rest of the episode that I've seen so far. But it grew on me. It grew on me a lot in that second watch through.
This is just a white guy opinion on this, but like I feel like the first half of it was, doing a good introduction, getting you to actually care about the characters and showing the world they're living in. And then the second half was all about like, hey, which is more horrific, these terrible monsters in the woods or these terrible racists in the deep south during like all of that post World War II? And that's
the fact that like there's monsters exist and there's horrible fucking like reality shattering shit, but it's like, hey, you're still N-words, like you're still black though.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, you killed that thing? Well, give me the shotgun because I don't trust you with it. It's like, Connor, do you know?
Oh no, Cthulhu's awake. Also, racism is still a thing.
Right. Yeah, we're not going to change our minds about putting you in the fucking back of the bus.
Exactly. Yeah, we're not going to change our minds about hanging you if you're here after dark.
This doesn't change anything.
Right. Yeah.
Like, Connor, are you familiar with what the premise of the show is?
I have absolutely no idea what it's about.
Just watch it going with that. Like, I don't even want to. Like, well, we can give it a little bit of.
Yeah.
I kind of don't want anything. I want to go into it like completely.
Okay. Well, I mean, the first episode's on YouTube.
Yeah.
So if you
he has HBO Max last I checked.
Yeah, I got HBO Max.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, then there's no reason.
So then, without spoilers, can I just talk about the cast? Jonathan Majors, who's in the Five Bloods, he's honestly, I feel like he could be a good leading man because he's just really good in the show.
Yes.
I mean, he's gonna be in Marvel at some point or another.
Yeah.
Somebody,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen.
He should be Isaiah Bradley or Elijah Bradley, fucking Black Captain America, basically.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. No,
Yeah,
I
that's-
think.
Yeah, but he
wow,
already looks
that's-
the part in Lovecraft Country. He's fucking fit as shit. He's like ripped.
Yeah,
Mhm.
man.
Yeah,
It
dude.
looks. I think he might have already been cast as something that we don't know. We just don't know what it is yet. Because yeah, he was on that superhero diet from what I could tell. Yeah, he's fucking great. The fucking cast is fantastic. Yeah, man. Like
Everybody
everybody.
Vance is in it. It's not
Yeah,
Yes.
man. He's.
Well,
Yeah.
is the lead female character
I know.
what's her-
You made me forget her name.
Smollett.
Joni Smollett.
is she
Yeah.
related to Jesse
I think so.
Smollett? Okay,
think
I
so.
wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
I believe so.
Okay, well, I'm hoping she's keeping us far away from his career
Hey,
trajectory.
look,
as
she's
she possibly
redeeming
can.
that
I
fucking
am
family
sure
line, right?
she is.
She's the fucking shining star of that last name.
Yeah, 'cause,
She's
she's so good in the show. Like she is,
Yeah.
she's the one who adds the humor that's necessary in the show for the most part.
she
Because
has humor, but she's also
Right.
like she's badass and she's like you know what I mean. She's not like a helpless woman.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
because I mean Atticus is very conflicted at times, so he can't really take that action hero lead. And she's
Right.
kind of the one who's doing all the stuff that you would expect the quote unquote male leads to do. So yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
Connor, check it out as soon as you can. It's quite good, and I mean it's only 2 episodes right now, so you don't have to.
It's
feel
definitely
it.
something that make sure you don't have any like distractions or like get stuff out of the way. If you have anything to do around the house,
Yeah.
just sit down and fucking like immerse yourself into
Yeah,
it.
you don't want to be distracted when the diner scene happens, which
Oh
Whoa.
man. Also like even I mean like I'm black, but like some of the shit hits kind of hard with like
Wait, what?
racism shit.
No.
Well, but like the there's like it's kind of a spoiler, but there's a part where instead of there's a part where in the first episode there's like them like traveling in the car and it's kind of like a little montage. But most shows that have like music playing, it's not music, it's just like a speech from James Baldwin, like him up there. And it's like really fucking some heavy shit, but it's like wow, instead of putting a cool song, they like put this speech there, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean it's an intrinsic part of the show because I mean that's entirely what they're trying to do is the juxtaposition of these, as that horrible Esquire article had, these Cthulhus, and then the racism of America at that point.
I mean,
Right.
Cthulhu sounds like a slur, but
right, it does.
Dang
It does
Cthulhu's
sound
going
like
around
it.
here.
Yeah.
Cthulhu said I date my sister.
They pronounce it like Cthulhu's.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
But yeah, I really want everybody on here who hasn't watched it to watch because, like, again, part of why I think I enjoyed it more the second time is I absorbed more of the details of the monsters, and some of them were like, "Oh God, that's that body part is what that is," and I didn't realize that, and that's really
Can I just say that it definitely does capture the atmosphere of being black in the South?
I believe it.
I can only
I visited
imagine,
the
but-
South, and it's like. You know, it's kind of cool to visit. I don't want to live here or stay here too long.
Never gonna come here ever again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. If the rest of you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Barbecue is over for Movie Dumpster. We just wrapped up Body Melt. That is out. We had Joe's friend.
What's that?
Body Melt?
Like a tuna melt?
It's a movie about how Bill became the law.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, you got muffled when you said that.
Yeah, it's a movie about a vitamin supplement that people are taking, and it makes their like adrenal glands and like other parts of their body just go
All right.
out of control and attack.
Yeah, that classic, that chestnut that we all know and love.
So it's Xanax.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Xanax make tentacles right to your throat,
Zanny.
or it would make you blow your nose and blow out the most of your face.
So it's just Florida, the movie.
The stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good shit though. I think Evil Speak is next. We've got a Patreon up. Go follow us on Instagram. I'm very tired, everybody.
No,
we'll do the things.
You can rest.
Rest now, sweet friends.
It's like Iron Man. You can rest.
Let's see. Lost Arrow podcast. New episode should be out tomorrow at the time we're recording this, which will be like a streaming preview thing. Because we don't really do our fall previews because nothing's going to theaters. So look forward to that. More Bonds coming up. We did an episode with Izza.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah. That came out. I know. Time is, so yeah, go listen to that one where we talked about two movies that aren't similar at all. They have nothing in common.
Man, they just fucking clone those movies.
Yeah, they really just were like, what if we take the same script and we make the same movie again? Nobody will notice for surely.
The villains are basically the same. The plot's the same. The fucking just slightly different, like flavors.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's my plugs. I think Hunter is.
Don't follow me on social media. I'll know if you do, and I'll hunt you down and fight your dad. Let's see, Teespring.
But my dad's name is Young_Kame.
Motherfucker. Go to teespring.com/America's Boyfriend. Buy a t-shirt with my face on it. There's a great shirt of me, my yearbook photo from 2nd grade, and I can't believe people bought it.
Yeah, I've seen people wearing that and like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. Anyways, I'm going to be Twitch streaming at some point in the future. Look forward to that. I'm working on a schedule, and that'll be fun. Other than that, I got nothing.
I'm Erik Fedorchak. You can follow me at Erik_Fedor on Instagram. There's pictures of dogs and food and cats and comics. I'm also floating around the Phantom Zone doing the thing. I also like to do like what Iz has been doing recently is getting into fights with people on local Facebook groups.
That was just a random.
Oh, that was just a random person. Oh, see, I like to go to my local news channel.
Yeah.
And just get into fights with people who are all bootlickers.
It was a random Facebook post about police brutality. I was like, I'm gonna cuss out these old white people and talk to them.
Yes. And the other thing is with the tragic passing of Chadwick Boseman, now is the time for Marvel to bring out the M'Baku movie. Because I need to see what the Jabari tribe is doing with their time now that we don't know what's going on with Black Panther.
Right. I mean, I believe he would be next in line, other than Shuri, to take the mantle. So I mean,
well, it'd be a matter of winning.
No, I want. Can I just say? Cause this is a random thought I had. I want a movie or a short thing. I don't know, but like what M'Baku, Howard the Duck, and like fucking fucking Kraglin did after Endgame. They're like, well, we're in New York. Let's go to bar crawler.
I really like the idea of that.
Howard looks like, yup.
Wong and M'Baku and like Howard the Duck to like go to fucking bar crawl in New York City after like saving the world.
Well, it's M'Baku and Howard the Duck would just get in a fight with cops. That's all.
Yeah.
They would just end up fighting cops the whole movie.
Yeah.
Do you have any plugs, Izza?
Follow me on Twitter and Twitch. I guess the _Izza. But on Twitch, there's no underscore. It's just the Izza, and people read it wrong. Anyways, but like check out me and Hunter. So late night talk show coming soon.
Yep, that's true. It's coming.
Yeah. And so it's gonna be big.
Yeah, we're gonna be the next Jimmy Fallon's, I guess.
We're gonna be the next Deez de Niro, but like
that's a high bar to set for yourself.
That's a very high bar to set there.
Yeah, no, I'm very scared of that.
No, just we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Christ.
All right. Well, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
And now I will start to read all of the lyrics to WAP.
No.
Please, no. Please,
Ben,
please,
no,
please,
don't do
please.
it.
Oh my god. Don't.
That's my
wet
favorite
ass
Erik poser
possum.
so far.
Wet ass possum.
Oh god.
Wide ass pituitary gland.
Worship and praise.